Welcome to Career Preparation Services. Your class will begin shortly.
Hello and welcome. I'm Katrina, your career coach. You have one chance to take full advantage of the interview opportunity. Let's make it count. Well, how is that done? First, preparation. Second, preparation. And last, preparation. It seems that is all we do. It is essential to our success. Remember the old cliché. Practice makes perfect. Today's class will be taught through a series of skits and videos to help you visualize yourself in similar situations. You see, it is normal to be both excited and nervous about the upcoming interview. To ease the stomach butterflies, here are your interview preparation steps. Step 1. Drive the route to the office in advance. Have a backup route in case of traffic or construction mishaps. Step 2. Select and try on your interview outfit the night before. Make sure that your clothes are clean, neat, and fit properly. Ladies, we tend to have complicated wardrobes. At times, there's a gray area of what not to wear. It can be confusing for some. These simple words will help make it easy for you to determine if you are selecting the right attire for your meeting. Your outfit should be tight enough to show you are a woman, but loose enough to show you are a lady. Gentlemen, a suit isn't always required for an interview, but you must look professional. A simple pair of slacks and an eye shirt are acceptable. In some cases, a tie is optional. Use your discretion in that area. If your interview is scheduled a few days out, you may want to dry clean your ensemble for a crisp appearance. That part seemed easy enough, right? Well, let's take a look at a Dress for Success fashion show. You will see examples of both right and wrong interview attire. I hope you enjoyed the fashion show and was able to get a few pointers. There are 2 more preparation tips to review. Step number 3 is your resume review. And number 4 is professional references. A resume review is a brief study of your resume the night before your meeting. It is important to familiarize yourself with it, especially if you didn't prepare it yourself. You do not want to be caught off guard with a question about something and you then find yourself completely clueless. That would be a huge embarrassment. The most important reason to review your resume is to make sure that the person on paper matches the person who shows up for the interview. And use this time to jot down 3 questions you can ask during or after the interview. You will be asked for questions. Next, references. Before handing over a list of contacts to the interviewer, please get permission from the reference in advance to use them. Another embarrassment would be to list someone who reports that they don't know you. Or worse, they don't support you. Now that you have completed your preparation checklist, what's next? Well, I suggest you get a good night's sleep. Tomorrow is a big day. This is a good stopping point for now. Let's take a brief intermission before we launch the big day. Finally, you made it. It's the day you have been waiting for. Interview day. There are many thoughts and emotions going on inside our minds. Before you face the giants at ABC Builders, do you know what you must do? If you said, prepare, you are right. In case you haven't noticed, Career Preparation Services focuses on getting you prepared by providing you the tools needed for a successful career. We believe that preparation builds confidence. Confidence builds success. It's game day. The hard prep work is completed. You secured an interview. Your route is planned. Your clothes are selected. You reviewed your resume. Prepared questions to ask. Research the company. And you have a list of confirmed references. Now, you just need to get to your meeting without any issues. Step 1. Get your head in the game. Attitude is everything. Dismiss any negativity and focus on your goal. Do whatever you need to get motivated. Some people pray or meditate. Others listen to music, read uplifting quotes, or just call a friend for a pep talk. Step 2. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Looking good doesn't mean you smell good, so please regard the principles of hygiene. Take a shower. Brush your teeth. Do not drench yourself with either perfume, colognes, or scented lotions. If you are a smoker, please avoid smoking after you shower and before the meeting. Step 3. Be prompt. While getting dressed, watch the news or listen to the radio for traffic information. You don't want to be blindsided by car accidents, construction, and traffic jams. Plan to arrive at least 15 minutes early, but no more than 30 minutes. From the moment you park your car, be mindful of everything you do. Your interview starts when you drive into the lot. You never know who may be watching you from start to finish. If you arrive very early and must wait in the lobby, do not fall prey to your phone. In fact, leave it in the car. Use the wait time to observe your surroundings, review your resume and questions.
What is the purpose of watching our surroundings while waiting?
Being observant can give you intel on the workplace environment. Do the employees seem happy? Is there tension in the air? Does it appear to be a comfortable place to work? These observations can also lead to additional questions you can ask in the meeting.
Good morning, Matthew. I'm Catherine. Today, you will be interviewing with me. Thanks for coming in and being so flexible with scheduling. Please, follow me to my office.
As you can see, the interviewer and candidate had a smooth greeting. The handshake seemed to be firm. Although she had a copy of his resume, he brought an extra copy, just in case he needed it. Let's see how Matthew does in his meeting.
Well, Matthew, again, I appreciate your time to visit with me. Today, I'd like to talk with you about our warehouse clerk position. I will tell you a little bit about us, get some background information from you, and allow you to ask any questions you might have.
Okay. That's fine.
ABC Builders is one of the largest residential and commercial builders in the tri-state area. We have over 1,000 employees and contractors. Right now, we are adding a new clerk to our local warehouse. It's a full-time position, with a benefits package available after 90 days. It includes medical, dental, and vision coverage, in addition to a retirement savings plan. The warehouse is a casual, semi-uniformed environment. We provide 3 logo shirts to each warehouse worker. Jeans and shorts are allowed as long as they fit company guidelines. The warehouse office team must also wear logo shirts, but shorts are not allowed. System training will be provided upon hire and periodic trainings will be required. So, any questions?
No. I don't at the moment, but everything sounds great.
Okay. Well, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Okay. I'm Matthew Neal. I'm 32 years old and grew up in this city. I'm married with 3 kids. I enjoy fishing and woodcrafts. I really want to work here because I have years of warehouse experience.
That's great. You mentioned that you have years of warehouse experience. It's not on your application. Tell me more about it.
Oh. Yes. I worked as a loader for Big Buyer's warehouse 3 years ago. I didn't like it there, so I quit and went to Buyer's Paradise. I quit them too because I got a new manager after 6 months and she didn't like me.
So I see. Did you omit that information from your resume because you quit? Or was there another reason? Tell me, Matthew. Is your resume current with your present employer? I see here you have listed Wally World.
Yes, ma'am. I still work at Wally World as a stock clerk. It's a temp to hire position through a staffing agency. I needed urgent work, so I accepted the assignment. It's been 6 months and they have not requested to hire me permanently. I want stability.
I understand. Let's talk about your skills. I have a 2-part question. What do you consider to be your greatest strength? And what is your weakness?
That's a tough one, I guess. My strength is that I am a hard worker and I don't have any weaknesses.
Okay. Why are you the best person for our warehouse clerk position?
I'm the best because I am a hard worker and a team player. I can work any schedule and I have reliable transportation to and from work.
Matthew, I don't have any other questions. Do you have any questions for me?
No. I don't. But. Wait. How much does this position pay?
We usually discuss compensation in the second round interview, but I can say that the minimum rate is $14 per hour. It may be more based on experience. Anything else?
Nope. That's it.
Well, I appreciate you coming in today. I have a few more candidates to interview this week. If you are selected for a second interview, you will be contacted by next Tuesday.
Let's pause and evaluate the interview. Can anyone tell me what just happened?
Matthew seems nervous. In the lobby, he looked professional and prepared for interview, but he didn't seem to have confidence once the interview started. He struggled to answer questions about himself.
Yes. He is nervous. It is to be expected. You are right. It looks like he lost confidence from the lobby and to the interview. There is one thing that can help you ace the interview. Preparation. Yes. There's that word again. My goal is to prepare you with success tools to become an interview artist. To become an interview artist, you must understand the artistry behind an interview. Today, I will break down the intricate details of an interview and its questions. You see, once you understand the purpose of the questions, it will become a breeze to answer them. There are 3 parts to an interview. Number 1, the introduction. Number 2, the body, and number 3, the closing. We will discuss each segment in more depth. Let's rewind to number 1, the introduction. It is best described as a small talk. Reflect back to Matthew's interview. The small talk usually occurs during the walk from the lobby to the interview office and continues a few minutes after sitting down. This is a great time to show interest in the company. Mention some important fact you learned during your research. Next is the body. It's the core of the meeting. The Q&A part. Many mess up here because they don't know how to properly answer questions. There are 4 tools that I want to provide to help you master the body of the interview. Let's talk about them one at a time. Tool number 1. Know the root question. This means read between the lines. The nucleus of each question is the same. Interviewing is a mindset. When you hear certain questions, your mind should shift its thinking to help you answer the questions. Knowing the root of each question will aid in a more confident meeting. What can you do that will make money for my business? What can you do that will make money for my business? Say it with me. What can you do that will make money for my business? What can you do that will make money for my business? This is the root question to which every interview question translates. This brings me to the next tool. Tool number 2. Know your concrete and abstract skills. Let's go slowly. When you think about concrete, what comes to your mind? If you said something solid or firm, you are correct. They are the solid foundation of your money-making skills and assets. Your concrete skills are your education, your degrees, certifications, licenses, and relevant work experience. Your abstract skills are your professional characteristics like your attention to detail, ability to be a team player, your time management capabilities, etc. Concrete skills can be presented alone, without any support of abstract skills. But abstracts cannot be presented without concrete support as they are not strong enough to withstand the storm of an interview. They must have firm support. Remember this image. If you put a cotton ball on a table and turn on a fan, what will happen? It will blow away. If you put a brick on top of that cotton ball, then turn on the fan, it can't move. The brick is solid and supports the cotton, not vice versa. Tool number 3. Know your stars. This is an acronym used for interview responses. His method is used in all behavioral interviews, also known as targeted selection interviews. Knowing the acronym helps you to organize your thoughts and keeps you on track. When an employer asks you behavioral or situational questions, they are assessing your ability to handle or to work within certain dynamics. When you respond to those questions, you should never generalize your answer. They want a specific answer. Anytime a question begins with, "Tell me about a time when," or "Describe a time when," your mind should shift into star mode. This star represents the 4 required elements of your response. Always be specific. Your answer must include the S, which is the situation you faced or the task you were given. The A is the action you took to handle the situation or task. And the R, it's the final result you got from your actions of dealing with the situation. Here's an example question. Tell me about a time when you failed to meet an important deadline. How did you handle that situation? Do you know how you would answer that question? Let's look at an example response.
While working at Wally World, my boss gave me a 5-page inventory checklist, needed by end of day. It was 2 hours before I was scheduled to get off from work, without going into overtime. I worked on the list as much as possible for 90 minutes. I went to my boss 30 minutes before I was to get off and gave him an update on how much I had completed. I requested permission to work overtime to complete the list. He could not approve the OT. So I recruited 3 teammates to split the rest of the list. It was completed by the time the last of my teammates got off from work, which was 2 hours later. I managed to get the job completed although I wasn't there to physically finish it myself.
Now let's break this down. You see, the situation was that he was given a last-minute inventory assignment right before he was supposed to leave work. His action was that he started the assignment and tried to finish at the time he had remaining on the clock. He went to his boss to make them aware and requested OT. Since OT could not be approved, he recruited the assistance of his team and managed to get the job done though he had to leave work. Situation or task. Action and result. A dinner plate is a great analogy for how to use the STAR method. Imagine you have a plate. What's on your plate? Entree. Sides. Maybe dessert. In an interview, your entree is the main course. That is your concrete skills. It's the part of the meal that can be filling without the side dishes. It can stand alone. Next is your sides. Those are abstract skills. They make the entree taste so much better, but they are not very good alone. Next. Tool number 4. Know what questions to ask. Every interview ends the same. Before you are escorted from the building, you are asked if you have any questions. Most people will say that they don't, but it is not a good look. You should always have at least one. I recommend going to the interview with at least 3 pre-written questions based on your company research. Now, during the course of the interview, you may have additional questions. In the event you cannot think of any questions to ask, here are 3 safe questions that can apply to any employer for any position. Okay. Now that we know our 4 tools, let's see how Matthew can improve his interview with Catherine.
Well, Matthew, again, I appreciate your time to visit with me. Today, I'd like to talk with you about our warehouse clerk position. I will tell you a little bit about us, get some background information from you, and allow you to ask any questions you might have.
Okay, that's fine.
ABC Builders is one of the largest residential and commercial builders in the tri-state area. We have over 1,000 employees and contractors. Right now, we are adding a new clerk to our local warehouse. It's a full-time position, with a benefits package available after 90 days. It includes medical, dental, and vision coverage, in addition to a retirement savings plan. The warehouse is a casual, semi-uniformed environment. We provide 3 logo shirts to each warehouse worker. Jeans and shorts are allowed as long as they fit company guidelines. The warehouse office team must also wear logo shirts, but shorts are not allowed. System training will be provided upon hire and periodic trainings will be required. So, any questions?
No, I don't at the moment, but everything sounds great.
Okay. Well, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, I've been working at Wally World as a stock clerk for the past 9 months. It's a temp assignment through an agency. Before that, I worked 3 years at both Big Buyers Warehouse as a loader and 6 months at Buyers Paradise Warehouse. I left both of them because I was offered a better opportunity.
Okay, I see. You mentioned that you left for better opportunity. What made the other opportunities better than the one before?
Well, Big Buyers paid minimum wage. In my 3 years, I only got a total of a $1 raise. My financial needs increased and I needed to move on. At Buyers Paradise, my schedule changed after I was hired and I couldn't work their overnight shift.
So I see. You didn't mention your scheduling availability on our application. Are you still unavailable to work overnight shifts?
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that part. Yes, I am now available and flexible to work any shift, but 3 years ago, I was not.
I understand. Let's talk about your skills. I have a 2-part question. What do you consider to be your greatest strength? And what is your weakness?
My warehouse skills include the 3.5 years I worked as a warehouse loader. I was responsible for processing incoming inventory in the computer, driving the forklift to load the shipments. I have my certification to drive the pallet forklift. I processed the shipping orders and confirmations to customers, and customer returns. While at Big Buyers, I won the Employee of the Month award 3 times in 3 years for hard work and customer service. I think those are my strengths for this position. As for a weakness, I'm not sure if this counts, but I tend to volunteer to help everyone more often than I am offered any help. I mean that I work fast and usually have extra time to help others.
Tell me, Matthew, why are you the best person for our warehouse clerk position?
My profile doesn't say that I was a warehouse clerk, but I have experience in some of the warehouse clerk duties, like intake inventory, processing returns and shipment orders. Plus I am forklift certified. I'm a hard worker and can work any schedule.
Matthew, I don't have any other questions. Do you have any questions for me?
Sure. I have two. First, is there a clerk position for each warehouse or just the one on Main Street? And also, are there advancement opportunity in the warehouse office?
Good questions. We are replacing the clerk in the Main Street office only. As for growth, there is always an opportunity for other positions in the warehouse and company-wide. Just check out the Internal Employment Board. Do you have any other questions?
No, thank you. You have answered the questions that I had.
Well, I appreciate you coming in today. I have a few more candidates to interview this week. If you are selected for a second interview, you will be contacted by next Tuesday.
After the meeting, your interview is not yet over. Don't forget to thank the interviewer. Give a proper handshake. Request contact information to send a thank you note or email. If someone referred you for the position, you should also send them a thank you note. And there's one more thing. Return to your car as if you are still in the interview. Being observed. That means, do not get on the phone or smoke until you are in your vehicle. There are times when you will walk away from an interview with a feeling of great success. You feel confident that you will receive the job offer. Just a word of wisdom. Do not put all of your eggs in one basket. You should continue on the employment search journey. Keep going until you have officially accepted an offer. We have taken a lot of information today. Does anyone have any questions?
I think I understand the STAR method. But what are other examples of questions where the method can be used?
Here are 3 sample behavioral questions. Remember, if asked to provide an example of a time when you specifically did something or was expected to do something, you should respond with a STAR answer. Situation or task, action, and result. Any other questions?
How do employers use the STAR method to determine if you are a good candidate?
Good question. Behavioral interviews are graded interviews. Your success is based on the number of completed stars you provide during the interview. Employers have a predetermined number they seek from their candidates for certain positions. Well, everyone, it's been a long journey to arrive here, but we made it. I want to challenge you to create your own stars using the sample behavioral questions I provided earlier. It would be great practice. Don't forget, we want you to be prepared. Thanks for attending today's class. I hope you have enjoyed the experience. The next lesson is called I Got the Job Offer. We will talk about priorities, life skills, and money management. We would like to hear from you. If you or someone you know is in need of a career coach, please contact us. Career Preparation Services is a non-profit organization. We assist those like you with their career launches, transitions, and reboots. This course is based on my career development book, The Interview Artist. If you wish to purchase a copy and follow along with the class, you may buy it online via the author's website, publisher, or Amazon. It is also available on Kindle. Goodbye. Thanks for visiting Career Preparation Services. I hope to see you next time.